But they will keep repeating them. The more they repeat them, and everywhere you turn, right, you'll get so tired to the point that you begin to believe them. Meanwhile, factually, they are not true. They are not. Because ordinarily, right, there are some certain things that commonsensically, like common sense, if they are true, you will feel it. Port Harcourt refinery is working. And yet they are still importing over 2.8 billion liters of petroleum from Malta and other places. Same people who are supposed to be refining in Port Harcourt and Warri, they are also the same people that are importing. Like, it doesn't make any sense. No. Reduce the debt servicing to 68%. Are you mad? Like, are you mad? Your 2025 budget, your 2024 budget, 25% or so of that went into servicing debt and incurring more debt. Your 2025 budget, you want to use a 16 trillion naira out of 49 trillion budget, which is now 54 trillion, by the way. 16 trillion, I mean, you want to use 16 trillion to not to pay back any debt, to service debt. And Nigeria debt grew from 105 or so trillion naira to over 250 trillion naira today. You ruined and destroyed Nigeria economy, devalued Nigerian currency, and worsened the security situation. But you keep telling yourself that you are doing well. 2.3 million Nigerians were kidnapped in 2024 alone. 2.23 trillion naira was paid as ransom to terrorists. Over 600,000 Nigerians were slaughtered and killed by terrorists in 2024 alone. You are telling yourself that security is better. The food prices are coming down in your head. So maybe when you keep repeating that and keep repeating that, then it's going to become the truth. Let's keep repeating it. Once we keep repeating that, it will be the truth. You devalued Nigerian currency from 600 naira to $1. You increased that to, you destroyed it to not increase. You destroyed Nigerian naira to 1,700 naira to $1. Yeah? Nigeria inflation was at 22%. This same inflation was 7.6%. 7.6% in 2015. Inflation in Nigeria. And 8 years after that, it jumped to 22%. Nigeria GDP per capita income to an average Nigerian in 1999 was put at $416. I found out later. Obasanjo increased that in 8 years to $1,760. Between Yaradua and then Egberejolantan, this also got increased to over $2,900. That is like $3,000. GDP per capita income with the economic base of $570 billion. And in 8 years, not only did the Nigerian economy shrunk, it shrunk beyond half. From $570 billion economy, Nigeria collapsed to $230 billion economy. The GDP per capita income of an average Nigerian dropped as well, so drastically that from $3,000, it dropped down to $1,200. And within 20 months of Tifnumbu, the same the GDP per capita income has dropped to $815. $800. But some clowns are everywhere telling you that it's building you a future. Baba, you are going back to $400 per capita income. Somalia will be better than you. You don't even understand. You see? Majority of you today, you are feeling it because that's why you are going to feel the economy. That This is what is called economic impact. You dey feel am. You will feel it. Turn around everywhere and see. I don't know how old you are. Because some of you these days now, we've realized that they said that 70% of your population are between the ages of 0 and 25. That's pretty young. You know? I don't know how old you are. But if you are old enough to know that there was something that you had before what you have right now, then that should call for concern. So if somebody is trying to repeat a lie again and again and again and again, it will make it the truth. It's just going to make you somebody who is living in denial. In that same Lagos today, these ones are fighting over electricity, band A, band B.
Are you alright? You call him a
These are residents of Omole Phase 1 in the Ikeja area of Lagos State, and they are at the premises of Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company to express their frustration over the epileptic and unreliable power supply to their community.
They call us premium customers and there's no light and nobody's doing anything. Can you imagine? We're a resident of Omole Phase 1. Please, they should answer us. We want an answer today. If not, we're not living here.
We as a community were under what used to be the bilateral agreement, and then when the whole situation changed and the government came up with its regulations and we were transferred to what is now known as Band A, we have realized that over the last few months, the power supply to Omole has really gone bad. But over the last 2-3 months, we have suffered a situation whereby a minimum of 3 to 5 times daily power will be taken off. And now when it's taken off, you have a situation whereby it's taken off for a long period of time.
The residents say that the situation has worsened since the beginning of the year, despite paying so much as a Brand A customers.
Economic impact has been very terrible because for all of us, we know the cost of fueling, generators, and either using diesel or petrol. It has really impacted very badly. And you know that for a good number of people, there's still a bit of work from home. So it's like for you to be able to operate efficiently, you have to either run power or you don't have power to do anything. Even for your daily living, I remember that even on some of the platforms, people are joking that they've had to either do something drastic to food that have been stored in their freezers because things cannot be preserved anymore.
They are seeking the intervention of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, saying small-scale businesses have shut down due to erratic power failure.
That's the problem. That's the reality. Forget about what social media sellers want you to believe. That is what people are facing every day in that contraption. There's no electricity. The cost of running your business, the cost of even running your homes is killing a lot of people. But no, don't say that. Just believe in the renewed hope. You can't say that. You know, Tifnumbu is working very hard, blah, 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 blah. In reality, that's what people are subjected to every day. Those ones have had enough. Band A, Band B. Like they are like, you know, electricity gets level. Here you get. So what band are you? Are you Band A? Band A are the people guaranteed electricity of 20 hours a day. They don't get 20 hours, but that's what they say. 20 hours a day. So that you can feel better than others. You can feel like you are better off. I am in Band A. We are in Band A. Then Band B, Band C, Band D, Band E, Band F, Band Z. Imagine if I be Band Z. Band G, Band... Like, I have never heard anything like that in my life until Tinubu came. Band A, Band B, Band C. You know? The most populous black nation on earth. The giant of Africa. The crippled giant of Africa. So people who are in Band A are now saying, remove us from Band A, because Band A means you are going to pay more. You are going to pay more for darkness. Not for electricity, for darkness. And you're also going to cough out more to fuel your generator, the generator capital of the world. That's Nigeria. Poverty capital of the world. The terrorist capital of the world. As well as the generator capital of the world. Where people are paying more for darkness than light. And then they will pretend everything is fine. And if you are able to fuel your generator regularly, you better pass your neighbor. That's not life. So those of you who are living that life in that contraption, that's not life. That is not life. But they have made you become so used to it. So you get, man, Nigerians don't see shege. African wahala. Tell them. Nigerians have seen shege. Imagine, I remember that in Nigeria, right? If suddenly the electricity stays on for like hours. For example, let's say you've had electricity since morning. And then you go to work and you come back from work and there is still electricity. People will begin to panic. Number one, they will check, is it end of the month yet? Because that means they're about to bring their bills. Number two, is everything all right? We have had electricity for the past 2 days, so they haven't taken the light. Even when they blinked the light, they brought it back right away. Are you sure everything is all right? They have messed up with people's psyche so much that even when you leave Nigeria, you will see Nigerians, they'll begin to iron their clothes. Say, why are you ironing all this clothes? I say, no, I'm just, I'm trying to kind of iron them for, I say, why? Why? It's because, they may take the lie, say, are you mad? This is not Nigeria, man. You can always iron your clothes whenever you want to go out. You don't have to iron all of this. So, it's true, sure. That's how they messed people's brains up. And in that, you will, like I said from the beginning, you will see educated people defend that. Educated people will tell you that if Nigerians cannot pay for 24 hours electricity, let us be honest. It is better that Nigerians are not getting electricity like this. Let's be honest. Our people cannot afford to pay for 24 hours electricity. We are too poor to pay for 24 hours. Educated people are saying that. In case you have never heard it, you that Nigerians cannot pay for 24 hours electricity. So it is better that they are giving them their electricity, intermittently. You get? You have this one, Band A, this one, Band B, this one, Band C. They will have 4 hours. These ones. And there are people that will not even see electricity for months. For months. And every now and then, that they finally brings the lights, you will see so much jubilation. Hey, Ogun, Obatala, and all of this, Amadiwa. Give me the names of all these, Ekwensu and the rest of all these deities. They're supposed to gather together, inflict never seen before pandemic on these rogues with what they have done to us. Baba, you will see people saying, up NEPA, up NEPA, up NEPA. They have brought electricity after 2 weeks. Immediately that light pop like that. They have forgotten. They have forgotten that they've not been given electricity for weeks. So happy. Just I charge. I need to go and up NEPA. Like, And that is why these rogues always feels like they are doing them a big favor. Say, see, I'm doing you a favor. You should be thanking me. I just bought you transformer. Remember, you've not had electricity for 6 months. That is the most populous black nation on earth, though. Being led by mediocres, selfish, self-centered, career criminals. And about the people, sometimes you feel like they deserve them too. See, I'm at it on generator at D12. I call the window. Once we put on the generator from 8 p.m., we turn it off by 12. But you go do mistake, you forget to turn off the generator. Chichi, you forgot to turn off the generator. Baba, you leave the generator overnight. Can't consume fuel. Yet that's how people are living in that place. And that is not right. Sincerely, it is not. But this is our reality. And this is also 2025. Where people pretend that everything is fine. They'll tell you that it's a normal thing. It's normal now. My brother, it's normal now. It's not normal. They've messed up with your head. But what can you do? Dr. Udenta.
The Bola Tinubu presidency launched itself with an air of restrained triumphalism because his agenda was maximalist as against minimalist, incrementalist method of governance. Audacity of hope. Subsidy is gone. That's maximalist. It's not minimalist. Naira flotation sending shock waves across the physical and monetary policy landscape. The expectation is that a year and a year half, this maximum agenda of reconstruction of Nigerian political economy will begin to yield results. We've seen now in the past 18, 19 months, heading to 2 years, of hope transforming itself into hopelessness. Of a nation under the grip of what one can call stasis and paralysis, motion without movement. A numbing sense of a nation slouching towards Golgotha, certain level of perdition, both in politics, both in security, and revamping the economy. So looking at the political terrain, you have to, fold it around these broad issues of governance that would not be able to, with the billions and trillions raised from removing subsidy, put food on the table for the people. The prices of staple food items and drugs and so on have risen astronomically. They've not come down. The transportation cost is high. School fees haven't come down. Rents haven't come down. Nothing has come down. And salaries are frozen, meaningless. That means where has the trillions gone? The problem is that rather than focusing diligently on the issues of governance, some noisy aides of the president are like a pack of wolves descending on any voice out there, contrarian voices that try to talk sense to the president and his team. I'll mention 3 instances before we get to the politics. Governor Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State and Chairman PDP Governors Forum raised issues, policy-based issues, in a very restrained manner about the tax reform bills. And say the president needs to consult with the people. They at the subnational level feel the impact more. And this thing had to be managed in a compassionate and equitable manner, so it is egalitarian in nature. What happened? All manners of officials of the government, rather than listening carefully, not the messenger, but the message, ultimately led by the Foreign Affairs Minister himself, who left his remit of Foreign Affairs to delve into the politics of governance at the local level. A country where ambassadors haven't been placed for 2 years, going to 2 years. A country under his watch where ECOWAS has imploded for the first time in our history. I can go on and on and on there. Yeah, now, recently there was a conference on strengthening democracy. And the former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, who was instrumental in deconstructing the Buhari presidency in the north and paving the way for the emergence of this current government, spoke about the death of even the party itself, APC, not just PDP or Labour. The party has not held conferences and conventions and meetings of all the critical components. Therefore, it's not even a one-man show, it's a zero-man show. What happened? Everybody in that government pounced on him, like I said, pack of wolves, including hired guns. Rotimi Amechi, Governor of Rivers, in the same forum, said he don't take political power in the sense of casualness. It's a matter of intentionality. It must be intentional and be spirited and measured. That's what they did.